Hello, everyone. We are here today to take a look at long, long ago. My name is Stephanie Chevalier, for those of you who don't know me, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do long, long ago, part of the Suzuki series, and we're going to go over this hands separately, and then we're going to go ahead and put those hands together. I love this piece. This is a really fun piece. It has a few large leaps in the right hand, and other than that, it's regular Alberti bass left hand, nothing too terribly challenging. So let's go ahead and jump right into that today. Let me flip this camera over so you can see my piano fully. And I have middle C marked, high C, and low C. Um, so I'm assuming, let me just flip this back over again so we can have a little bit more of the talk. I'm assuming that you have listened to this diligently and faithfully every day. If not, take a moment, hop onto my play along YouTube post that I have all of the entire book on. Um, and just rewind it and listen to Long, Long Ago several times in a row so that you can really get it in your ear and that you're ready to go. Now would be a great time to like and subscribe. And don't forget to comment and let me know what you would like to learn next. And maybe even where you're from. We have people from all around joining us. Okay, so we are going to start on high C with our right hand. Now, don't forget what we have discussed on earlier lessons. Middle C is where you put your belly button. Your belly button goes directly on middle C, in front of middle C. And get your arms out to make sure that you're the right distance. Okay, so long, long ago starts with our right hand thumb on twinkle C, otherwise known as high C. And remember, we don't glue our fingers to the keys. We start in an upright position. Switch. So that opening is a little bit tricky. Switch. So we switch on E from our number 3, and then we switch to number 2 on E. So let's do that one more time. Switch, then keep going. Here's where we switch back, pinky on G. Okay, take a few moments and go over that first line. That's the only time that we have that ending. This ending only happens in the first line. Rest. Rest. It doesn't happen anywhere else. Okay, now if you've gotten line 1 down, let's move on to line 2. The same fingering. The only thing that's different is the ending. Excellent. So listen to that ending again, starting in measure 7. Okay. So take a few moments and go over that. It just so happens that the second line is the same as the last, the fourth and final line. So once you get this second line down, then you've got the last line as well. Let's go on to the third line, starting in measure 9. I love this one. This one we get to hop down to G with our thumb. So watch this. We start with our pinky here, and then we're going to hop down to that G, and then back up to F. So here we go. Measure 11, same thing. Now, I like to do that like an echo. So you hear this. And then soft. Just like an echo. Okay, so that's all of the right hand. The last line is the exact same as the second line. So with that said, let's go ahead, take a break for a moment if you need to, and we're gonna jump right into this left hand. Now you've done Alberti bass all along, and we have, in measure 3, we have an interesting version of the Alberti bass here, so let's check it out. Measure 3, we have moved our pinky down for a regular G chord. And then we have a G7 chord. And interestingly enough, we are going to need this G7 chord for our next song, Little Playmates. So we have the G chord, which is the chord that we use in Mary Had a Little Lamb. And then we have a G7 chord, B, F, G, which is the same chord that we're going to use in Little Playmates. Okay, so I'm going to play through the first line for you and talk you through it. We have a regular C chord, and then again in measure 2, measure 3, this is our new one, and the G7, and then back to C. Okay, that is the same as in line 2, has the same left hand. Line 4, the final line. So 1, 2, and 4. Line 4 also has the same left hand until you get to the last measure, measure 16. Measure 16 is just because you're finished. Okay, so the third line that starts with measure 9 is actually really easy. You just have the G chord and the C chord, that is all. So G, G, C. So there is no G7 chord in the third line. Okay, so now take a break for a moment, rewind, be sure that you know all of this hands separate, and then we're going to go ahead and put hands together. I like to start with the ending. So we're going to start in measure 15. We're going to learn measures 15 and 16 first. Remember, the left hand was this, your G and your G7, and then you end on your C, okay? And that's the right hand. And this is the same that you had in line 2. Okay, measure 15. Let's try this slowly, hands together. G, G7, C. One more time without me talking. Excellent. So let's back it up and do all of the last line. Now the right hand, you switch your finger there, okay? And that's during a regular C chord. So you should be able to look at your right hand while you're playing the left hand Alberti bass. You don't need to look here. Your fingers aren't going anywhere. The right hand, you do need to look because you're doing a finger switch. So your eyes should be on the right hand. Okay, here we go. The last line. Whoops, sorry about that. Start on C, please. Ready, and switch. That was all C. Move to G, G7, C. So those whole first 2 measures were all on a C chord. That makes it a lot easier. Okay, let's back up and learn the third line. The third line has your 2 G chords and then your 2 C chords. The echo has the 2 Gs and then the 2 Cs, and this is the big leap. Now you should not have to look at your left hand at all. You're here, and then you're here. There's nothing to really look at on your left hand. Just keep your eye on your right hand because you've got that big leap. Here we go. Left hand starts on a G chord. Right hand starts on the G note. Left hand, that's a B as in boy. Ready, Go. F. Excellent. Your right hand jumps up there. One way to practice this is like so. Stop there. It sounds weird, and you're going to keep thinking that it's not correct, but listen to it on the recording and you'll know that it's correct. Excellent. So you might want to just practice like that until you get that leap, okay? And then go on. All right, the last thing we have left to learn is the first line. Now the first line is just like the second and third line, except for that ending. Rest. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play measures 3 and 4. Okay, here we go. Left hand is playing a G chord, right hand is starting on G. G7. We do that one more time. Measure 3. Ready, here we go. G7. Excellent. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you the whole first line. Okay, hands together. Here we go. Switch. Pinky moves back, right hand. G chord, left hand. G7. Okay, excellent. That's a lot of music to learn. So rewind it, back it up, go through, be sure you know it right hand, left hand, and then together, and then go ahead and try the whole thing. Now, once you get pretty good at it, or you can practice the right hand and the left hand with my play along. Go back and check out the play along. It's right here in this same list of pieces in the Suzuki, under the Suzuki book 1. And practice the right hand while I'm playing the left hand. Practice the left hand while I'm playing the right hand, and then try to put it together. Excellent. Best of luck learning this. I know you're going to have a great time. Don't forget to subscribe and share, and I will see you learning Little Playmates. That's next.